How to fix low confidence as a footballer. This is like one of the biggest problems that come up in my messages. People ask me like, I feel nervous before games, I'm anxious, I have low confidence, I can't show my full ability, I play better in training than I do in games. This is such a big issue that so many footballers face, young or old, doesn't matter. So this is a full guide on how to fix confidence as a footballer. It doesn't matter if you're playing high school, academy, professional, college, whatever, doesn't matter, young or old. This applies to every single footballer out there because this is an issue that so many footballers face, and this is a full guide on how to fix it. So, why should you listen to me? So I went from a shy, fearful, anxious guy to a confident, fearless and unstoppable footballer. This is me in 2021. I had just signed for one of the best academies here in New Zealand. I had to move like 6 hours north with my whole family. My whole family came, we moved house, moved from my hometown. And, I had a few decent performances and scored a few decent goals, but my performances were just like inconsistent, it wasn't every single game. It was like an 8 or 9, 10 out of 10. It was more like a 6 here, 5 there, an 8 there, but then it dropped down to a 3 the next game. It was just so inconsistent. And here's us, my team, in the semi-final of a national tournament, and we went to a penalty shootout. And I didn't step up to take one because I was too nervous. And as a result, we lost the penalty shootout. We didn't make the final, and we went home pretty disappointed. So, I thought to myself, there had to be a turning point. I can't just keep coming to games just nervous, fearful. I was always scared going into tackles and 50-50 challenges, and I couldn't really show my full potential. I knew I was talented, I knew I was good, but I just couldn't fully show it. All right, so in 2022, I completely changed that. My mindset has changed, and here was one of my best games. Everyone was saying it was a really good game. It was a final for the national championship. Unfortunately, we lost, but I played one of my best games. I was fearless. I was going into tackles. I was causing threat down the left wing. It was amazing. I felt so good that game, and ever since then, October 2022, I've been able to play pretty much every game on autopilot in the flow state. And yesterday I had a game and I felt amazing. We won 2-0 as the underdogs, and it's all because of this confidence hack that I've just implemented into my mind and just absolutely changed my mindset. So I went from a fearful, anxious guy on the football pitch to a fearless, unstoppable footballer who's just high in confidence every single game and in life in general. So that's why you should listen to me. I know what works, I know what doesn't. All of those top 7 ways to improve your confidence online, guided meditation, journaling, goal setting, all this shit, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I know what you guys want. You want to be confident and fearless. So this is how you get it. And if you want more videos like this, full unedited guides of just value, there's so many of those YouTube videos out there with just dopamine hits, as I said, top 7 ways to improve your confidence, and it just lists all these rubbish methods, and all they're doing, guys, is just getting you for views and obviously getting them for money. But here I'm giving you full guides full of value, so I help footballers become a better player on the pitch. Subscribe for more videos like this. All right, if you want to see these on your home feed, subscribe, because I'm going to do so many more of these full guides, and it should be good. And last thing, get daily emails from me, link in the description. This is what they look like. They're just full value guides. It's almost like a text message to you. It's like I'm going on WhatsApp and I'm just sending you a text message full of information and value. This is me writing them. I write them personally myself every day, and this is one I made on a good training session for footballers. So make sure you sign up to my emails, first link in the description. And so what is confidence? So it's the feeling that you trust and believe in the abilities of somebody or something. We've got Ronaldo here, and he's my favorite player. I looked up to his mindset and his confidence every single day. I wanted to be like him. And I'm sure like most of you guys are the same. You know, he's got his shirt off, he looks good, his aura is amazing, he talks good about himself. And you're probably thinking, how do I achieve that? You know, how do I achieve that? And we've all tried it. We've all tried these different little hacks and methods, but none of them actually worked. And the truth is, like, he fully believes in himself. Even like on an off day, he fully believes in himself because he knows that he's the best, regardless of what happens, regardless if Messi wins the World Cup or whatever. He knows that he's the best in his mind. If you don't believe in yourself, then just forget it. Forget everything. Because no one else will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. So self-confidence is simply believing in yourself. And confidence in general is just believing in something or somebody. So let's say, I'm confident Man City will win the league because, you know, they've done it before and I trust them. I trust them. All right? So that's what confidence is. You know, some people confuse confidence with like arrogance and all this, like having an ego. Yes, that's kind of required, but it's not fully like 100%. Self-confidence is just simply believing in yourself. All right. So why you don't have confidence? Put me there. So no self-belief, or you don't trust yourself. That is why you don't have confidence. And there's a few different factors that play a role into this. It can be due to poor form. So you've had a bad run of games. You're going into the next game not full of confidence at all because you simply just don't trust yourself. All right. Mindless training. You know, you're spending too much time training things that they don't actually matter at all. So when you're practicing the wrong things, when it comes to the real game, you know, you don't actually trust your abilities. You don't trust yourself. That is why you don't have confidence. Another one is injuries. You know, going into tackles and stuff like that. I know what it feels like. You come back from like an ankle sprain and you're scared going into tackles 50-50s, doing anything because you're scared that you're going to re-injure it again. So you have no like trust in yourself. Next is this general fear. Personally, a fear that I've had in football and maybe still kind of have a wee bit is penalties. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've never actually missed a penalty in my career as of yet, so I don't actually know what it feels like. So I'm like, it's like a fear of mine, penalties and like penalty shootouts in particular. I'm getting better and I'm definitely more confident when it comes to penalties, but it's just simply not trusting yourself and you know, having that fear of like missing and making mistakes. That's why people don't have confidence. Next is past mistakes, and that kind of comes back to fear. Like, let's say you scored an own goal. You know, you don't really trust yourself around the back of the defense. You missed a penalty in an important game. You're not confident stepping up again because you don't trust yourself. So like past mistakes play a big role in confidence. And, you know, footballers are scared of making mistakes. But the thing is, when you make mistakes and fail, that is a good thing in the long run, because you look at that mistake and think, what could I have done better there? You know, if you don't make mistakes, then you'll never grow. And I know that's kind of crazy because mistakes are like defining moments, and the less mistakes you make, the better you'll get. But mistakes are a good thing in the long run for your growth and development as a footballer and as a person in general. And next is just bad relationships. You know, you have bad relationships with your coaches. They don't believe in you. So that kind of reflects back on your self-belief and trust. You know, maybe your parents don't think you're good. Your teammates don't think you're good. So that kind of all goes back on your trust and self-belief as a footballer. So those are kind of some factors of why you don't have confidence. But in the next slides here, I'll give you some reasons why you're actually not confident. So, you're too nice on the pitch. And what do I mean by this? You go into tackles scared. You don't trash talk to opponents. You don't get inside people's heads. You're just too nice. You're too like, you know, you're just like the little boy on the pitch just dancing around. You know, you're too nice. Football is like a war game. You need to win. We're going into this game is a battle. We need to win this game, regardless. Doesn't matter about if you score or not. We need to win and get 3 points. That's what matters the most. And that's the mindset shift that changed me from like nervous to super confident. Is that I realized that I was too nice on the pitch. I wasn't getting mad at people. I wasn't trash talking to opponents. I was just that nice little guy on the wing, nice and skinny, just, didn't say a word, just like a little mouse on the pitch. I've been that guy that everyone yells at, like, get back, tuck in, all that shit. I got all of that because I was just that nice guy who wouldn't, like, defend back. Now, if somebody yells at me, I just shrug my shoulders and just look at them in disgust, or I just smile, or I shout back at them. That's what I do. And you're just too nice to your teammates. If somebody doesn't play you that pass, you're just like, oh, it's all good, next one. No, fuck that. When somebody doesn't play you the pass, you shout at them. You're like, come on, what the hell, play me there. You're too nice. That's why you're not confident. That's reason number 1. Next is you care too much about what others think of you. End of the day, like, you take everything to heart. If somebody says you played well, or your crossing is bad, or your skill moves are bad, you take that to heart literally. Okay, and that was me. Every time somebody said something bad about me, I'll take it to heart. You overthink every opinion. Somebody says something about you, you're not as good as this guy, you overthink it. I had a coach personally that would play these kind of like mind games with me, and that'd really fuck with my mind, and it was so annoying. I didn't like it at all, and that just did not help at all. So I overthought everything. You get emotional way too easily. Like, if you lose a game, you're crying and you're just getting too emotional about the game. All right, and you get too emotional when people like say like come back, and you get too emotional, and you're just too fragile. You're too fragile and weak. You overreact. You care too much about football, and that may sound crazy as a footballer. Like, you care too much about football, and I realized, like, when I stopped caring so much about football, I've actually played better, and that is the situation right now. I'm not caring so much about football. I'm just like doing what I need to do to improve myself in like business, social media, off the pitch stuff, and then when it comes to football, I kind of make a switch, and then I'm in football mode. You get what I'm saying? Too many people are in like football mode 24/7, and that means they're overthinking everything. They're overthinking what that guy said yesterday. They're overthinking what the coach said to them yesterday. You care too much about football. Sounds crazy, I know, but when you take your mind off football, you will play much better. And next, you overanalyze. You overanalyze everything, and this was me. And my dad, we would talk in the car and for hours about like, this player did well here, or I didn't do well here, or I should have done this better, or, all these kind of like analysis, like as if we're on Sky Sport. Like, we cared too much about it, and I think that affects your confidence because it just confuses your brain with a bunch of random stuff. Next. You have low self-worth. So you think you're shit. I know you do. You think that you're a shit player. So basically, people with low self-worth try and look for sympathy. So, when people come to me in DMs and say, I'm bad at dribbling, I'm bad at passing, I'm broke, you're just basically, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to come back to you and say, no, you're not a good, you're a good footballer. It's okay if you're broke, we're all broke sometimes, I'm not going to say that to you at all. You need to change your self-worth. You need to change your image about yourself. You need to say that you're good, regardless. If you're broke, then don't tell the whole world. Just go work and make some money. You have low self-worth, all right? You need to level up your image about yourself. What do you actually think about yourself when you look in that mirror? When you look at the mirror in the bathroom or whatever, what do you actually think of yourself? Do you think you're actually like a good-looking bloke who deserves success? Or do you think that you just deserve average? Trust and please just be honest with yourself. What do you actually think of yourself? Because if a bunch of negative thoughts come up when you look at yourself in the mirror, then that's a sign of low self-worth. And saying stupid things like you're broke and you're shit, or you're bad at this, and looking for kind of sympathy, that is not helping your image and your self-worth at all. That is why you don't have confidence. You don't believe in yourself. You say you can't do things. If like there's a penalty, for example, and you say, oh, I can't take penalties, then you're never going to take a penalty ever, are you? You can't. You have low self-worth. You don't think highly of yourself. As I was saying, what do you actually think of yourself when you see yourself in the mirror? And again, you don't like your appearance. Have you got acne all over your face? Are your teeth all fucked up? Are you pale? Is your hair all weird? You know, these all apply to confidence, football or life. It doesn't matter. It all applies to the same thing. The people who are confident on the pitch, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, they are confident off the pitch. All right? You need to understand that. It's not like I'm confident on the pitch and then I'm not confident off the pitch. It's, it goes both ways. So saying things like you're broke, you're bad, you can't do things, you don't like yourself, that's a sign of low self-worth. And you need to level that up by the hacks that I will give you in this guide. Next, reason 4. You have no passion. Like, you think that you have passion for the game, but to be honest, you don't. You do all the training, you do all the dribbling, the juggling, you spend hours practicing football. But when it actually comes to the game, you have no passion at all. You just it's all about you. It's all about you, not the team. And this was the same mistake I made. I'll do all the training, I'll do all the stretching, the foam rolling, training after school. I do all that, all the mental training. And when it came to the actual game, I wasn't passionate enough. I wasn't actually showing my full emotion. I was just going through like a robot, just drifting through, getting a few touches here and there. But I wasn't actually fully showing my passion for the game. If you really love this game, then you'll show 100% of your passion. For example, you don't get angry. When a teammate doesn't play the ball, you don't get angry. You just let it slide, oh, it's all good. We'll get another chance. You're quiet on the pitch. You're just like a little mouse on the pitch. No one even knows if you're playing or not. You have no passion. You don't celebrate. And this is actually something that I didn't used to do. When we scored a goal, or my teammate scored a goal, I'd never celebrate, come on. I'd never do that. I'd just be yay, just give them a wee clap. Same with me when I scored. I'd just go I'd just kind of walk around just as if nothing happened. No, you want to celebrate. Celebrate the goal. You don't show any kind of emotion on the pitch. You're just this blank guy who just says nothing, does nothing, and then as a result goes nowhere because you just have no passion for the game. The most intimidating players that I've played against, when I think about it, are usually defenders, but also are attackers who are just fearless. They get angry. They get angry at their teammates. They get angry at opponents. They get angry at the referee. They show full passion and emotion. They celebrate goals right in your face. They say, fuck you. They celebrate right in your face. That is passion, all right? And this is something that I've changed. I used to be that guy, that shy kind of, and I thought having no passion or having no emotion was kind of a good thing. You're just that kind of cool footballer. You see all these cool footballers like Toni Kroos and Modric and who's some other cool footballers. Iniesta. You think they're cool because they show no emotion, but that's not true. They show emotion. They celebrate when their team scores. They go, they yell, they shout. Somebody said to me I had a good game once, and she said, you had lots of passion. I liked your passion. And I thought about that, and I was passion? That's not really a word I've heard before, passion. No one's really used that in that sense. So important. And plus, when a big mistake that I made is when our team would score, and let's say it was 1-0, 2-0, and we scored and made it 3-0, I wouldn't celebrate, right? And I would think to myself oh, he scored 2 goals and I haven't even scored a goal yet. I haven't even got an assist yet. And I'll actually think about that stuff on the pitch. Do you know how crazy that is? I'll compare my stats to my teammates. That's how kind of obsessed I was with myself and not the team. I would prefer if we lost if I was on the bench. If I was on the bench, I would prefer my team losing. And I know a lot of footballers think this is the same as well. I've seen a few TikToks about it. People do think the same thing. And it's interesting because, like, why would you even think that? Is it because you're selfish and you want the best for yourself? But at the end of the day, this is a team sport. Football's a team sport. If it was just a 1v1 game, then yeah, you want yourself to win. But if it's 11v11, it's a team game. When you're on the bench, celebrate regardless. All right, show some passion. Don't think that. When I'm on the bench, like 2-3 years ago, and the person in my position was like, playing badly, I'd honestly be hoping for the person in my position to play bad. That's how like selfish I was, and that doesn't do you any good. This is a team sport. You need to celebrate, you need to show emotion, you need to show passion, because that's the most important thing in football. Getting the 3 points, winning titles, winning games, scoring goals, that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you, do some nice passes and some nice dribbles and nice defending. No one cares about that. They care about the 3 points, and that's what the coach cares about, all right? Next, you speak negatively to yourself. I mean, this is like a no-brainer. People actually say they're bad at stuff. Your mind is full of negative words. And I have to admit, something like social media has not helped at all. We're overloaded with so much content, and footballers just don't know what to do with it. They're swiping on reels, swiping, and they're just consuming so much content. And some of that can be kind of like really depressing kind of stuff, like, that loner kind of sad boy kind of vibe. That you don't need that in your mind at all. So, you have self-limiting beliefs. You think that you can't do stuff. You think that you're not good. You think that you won't make it. You think it's too late. All this stuff, that needs a erase from your mind, like completely. And you just never say positive things to yourself. When was the last time you said that you're actually a good footballer and you actually mean it? Do you actually say to yourself, I'm a good footballer? A lot of footballers just say, oh, I'm bad at dribbling. Oh, I had a crap performance on the weekend. Oh, I'm not a good goal scorer. I can't score goals. Yeah, no wonder why, because your mind is just full of negative words and self-limiting beliefs. Right? So, like, cut out the social media, cut out the news, cut out all this stuff, all the negative stuff from your mind, and start filling your mind with positive things. And this will reflect onto your confidence and your mood and your just overall emotion. So, I'll go through 5 reasons, and like the main reasons why you're not confident, and some different factors. So, how to actually improve your confidence. So, firstly, it takes time. Like, this is not like an overnight fix, like anything in life. If you want good results and real results, then it takes time. It could take a month, it can take 3 months, 6 months, doesn't matter. All right? But for me, it took me, 15 plus years of figuring out how to actually find out, fix your confidence. And I'm going to share it to you, and it could fix yours in like a month. So 15 years compared to 1 month, you decide which one you prefer. So yeah, results don't come overnight. There's no quick fix. There's no like journaling exercise that I'm going to give you, because that's kind of all bullshit. Like, you can journal, cool, but that's not going to improve your confidence at all. But in saying that, I guarantee you the hacks that I'm going to share will give you like results quick. I'm guaranteed of that. Let me have a drink. Right. First, solution 1, be a dick on the pitch. All right. So we've got Messi here, and in the World Cup against the Netherlands, 2022, he really showed his true passion for the game. We're always known Messi as this like shy little boy on the pitch who would just like dribble around everyone, and that's what a lot of footballers think that you can get away with. Trust me, he is a 1 in a billion trillion. Like, he can get away with that. And saying that, he had passion on the pitch when he was this like shy little guy portrayed by the media. And I think like the reason why people thought of him like this way, because compared to Ronaldo, Ronaldo was always saying off the pitch that like he was the best. You know, I'm going to win the Ballon d'Or. You know, I'm better than Messi. You know, there was all these like interviews that Ronaldo did, and he gave that kind of aura, whereas Messi never really talked about that. Admittedly, he never really speak English, so he couldn't really say it in English. So, you know, most of the football world couldn't really understand what he was saying. But trust me, when he was this like shy little guy, he still had passion for the pitch. He celebrated every goal. You know, kiss his badge. Fist pump. You know, he still had passion for the game. All right. He would go into tackles 100%. He'd do dribbles 100%. So don't think Messi is this like shy little guy. He's not. But at the World Cup 2022, he really showed his full emotion, his full passion for the game. And that's when he did this celebration against the Netherlands. I think when he scored the penalty, you know, went up and like showed his true emotion. And no one had really seen this before. He was like taking the piss out of the opponent. But this is what you need to be like. You need to be a bit arrogant. You've got to fake it till you make it. So, for example, on the weekend, I had a game and I was just a dick on the pitch. I was just getting in the opponent's head. When the opponent would stuff up, like, you know, the ball would come to him and he would do like a bad touch and it'd go out, I'd clap. I'm like, yeah, come on. Nice one. Get in their head. Hype yourself up. Like, it's so important. Yet so many footballers, if an opponent made a mistake, they'd be like, oh, unlucky, you know. Fuck that. Just tell them he's shit. Sometimes another one. Somebody was on the ground and I just said, get up, you know. And he had to go back at me saying, you don't say get up to me, you cunt. And I was like, oh, you know, like just do it. It's funny. It's what you need to do, and it'll hype yourself up and make you feel good about yourself. Trust me. All right. Trash talk to the opponents. Get in their head. Because once you do, they realise, oh shit, this guy's actually a serious like threat to our team. You know, he can win their team the game. You know, walk properly, good stature. You know, shoulders back. You know, don't slouch like a little kid. Like, ooh, I'm a little shy. No, stand up tall. Walk like you're the man. All right, and smile and laugh at others. Like so many footballers, you know, think that they got to be like serious 100%. This season, I've completely changed that. Like, I used to be that, like, serious guy on the pitch. Like, you know, straight face, you know, just really serious. I'm really serious about my football. That is not the way to be. You want to smile and laugh at others. Because, end of the day, that's why you're playing this game. You're just playing football with your mates, really. So, when somebody has a go at you, you just smile at them. When I say something kind of trash talking to the opponents, I kind of smile back at them and laugh at them. Laugh, have a joke, okay? It's not as serious as you think. Football's not as like life or death as you think. And that's like crazy to some of you. You're probably thinking, what? Harvey, you can't say that. It's my life or death, you know? I put all my hours into this game. I put all my emotion. Trust me, if you just relax for a second and realise that it's not actually life or death, then you actually play better on the pitch. Next, realise that no one actually cares. Once you realise this in life, then your whole perspective on just everything will change, because realise that no one cares. No one actually cares. Like, you know, everyone's got their own career, game, problems and thoughts to deal with. They don't care if you're like, they don't really care if you make a mistake. Yeah, in the moment they're going to care because you just lost the ball, you just missed a penalty, you just missed an open goal. Of course they're going to care right then. But like tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, no one remembers, no one cares, all right? No one is thinking, God damn, Harvey, he missed that penalty last year, and God, you know, I could have been a pro by now. I could have been a pro by now if Harvey didn't miss that penalty. We would have won the game, and I would be playing for a pro team. No one is actually thinking about that. They're thinking about their own career, their own mistakes, if anything, their own problems, their own thoughts. So realise that no one actually cares. All right? The only reason, people shout at you is because it's in the moment. You know, if you miss a penalty, if you miss like an open shot and they yell at you, you know, it's just because it's in the moment. They're passionate about the game. They don't actually mean it. Off the pitch, people don't like attack each other. You know, like if you keep stuffing up your dribbling, no one in the change room is just going to be like trying to beat you up for that. You know, that's a bad teammate. That's a bad team chemistry. So realize that no one actually cares. Everyone's got their own problems to deal with. And once you realize this, your whole perspective on life will change, because it will make you more fearless. It will make you realize that no one cares, so do what you want to do, regardless, all right? Within reason, common sense, obviously, but do what you need to do, all right? So once you realize that, it just means that when you get the ball, you attack the goal. You do dribbles, all right? Go at it. Be fearless. Don't worry about what your mates think of you. They don't care. They just want results. And if you can get your team results, they're not going to complain to you at all. Of course, if you keep making mistakes, if you keep stuffing up, if you keep missing goals, if you keep scoring own goals, if you keep making defensive mistakes, if you keep losing 1v1s, then we've just got to go back to the practice ground and do some training. Okay. But most of you, I know, are actually talented, technical, really good players, but you can't show it on the pitch because you care too much about what people think of you. Realize that no one actually cares, all right? Right. Solution 3. Play more football and do more stuff in the real world. Most of you guys aren't actually playing enough football. You know, you do your foam rolling, you do your stretching, you do your whatever baths, hopefully hot baths. Don't do ice baths. That's making you more stressed. We want to be less stressed in this world. But anyway, you do your 8 hours of sleep. You eat really well. You know, you do a bit of training here and there. You do your whatever. But end of the day, you're not really playing enough football. You're doing like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of all the other good stuff. But when it comes to actually training on the football pitch, you just do like half an hour, you know, every 2-3 days. When I was a kid, when I was 11, 10, 11, 12, 13, I would play football for like 3+ hours a day. After school, I'd come back down to the school ground, I'd go back home, bike down with my footballs in my bag. I'll be carrying like 2 whilst I'm riding a bike, go down to the pitch. I had a mini goal, and I'd do like 2, 3, 4 hours of shooting. Just shooting and dribbling and just having fun. That's all I'd do. All right, so you need to practice your moves more. That's why I'm so confident in my like shot, for example. I got a really good like left foot shot and even right foot shot. It's because I practiced it so much when I was a kid, and I still do now. That's why I have confidence to shoot from kind of any angle. When I had a free kick on the weekend, and I tried like the knuckleball, and it was from kind of a tight angle, and it went a bit wayward. But most people would have crossed that, right? But I had the confidence to shoot it because I believed in my ability. Even though it didn't go in the goal and it went a wee bit off, like I don't care what people think of me because I know I'm capable of that. All right, so you need to practice your moves more. You need to get to the pitch 1 hour, 2 hours a day. Play more football. Get off Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Play more football. Stop watching about football and play more football. All right, play against real people, small-sided games if you can. That's the biggest luxury as a footballer. Personally, when I was a kid, I never played small-sided games because I lived in a small rural town here in New Zealand. There's about, 300 people living there. No one played football except me and my dad. So those are I couldn't play small-sided games. So if you're lucky enough and you have a group of mates, 5, 6 of you who play football, then play small-sided games. It'd be the best thing for you. Another thing is, find another hobby away from football. So important. Play another sport, play tennis, play basketball, do some boxing. Find another hobby away from football. People just make football like 24/7. Like everything is about football. You know, you play FIFA, you play Football Manager, you watch YouTube, you do analysis, you watch full games, you read about football. Football is like 24/7, and that's brilliant. And that was me personally. But I don't think that helps you a lot because it just makes your mind 24/7 about football. You're thinking about your performance here and there. You're thinking about what the coaches say. You're thinking about the game tomorrow. You're thinking about your training performance and training last night. You need to find another hobby. So personally, it was me. I found social media. I found content creation. I found YouTube doing these videos. So you need to find another hobby away from football. All right? Take your mind off football for once. All right? Football is not life or death, as I said. Find another hobby away from football, and I'll let you decide on what that is. But just find something else that you enjoy. Maybe it's you enjoy going out in nature and doing barefoot walks, and it could be even like you like picking up rubbish in nature because you love nature so much. Find another hobby away from football. Hang out with friends. Socialize. That's one of the big mistakes I made as a young guy, is I didn't socialize enough. I sacrificed my social life to train more. And you may think that's a good idea, but you need a wee bit of balance in terms of like, do your training, but also socialize and have fun with friends, because after all, we are social creatures. Right. Solution 4. Hype yourself up. Too many footballers come to games nervous, anxious, quiet. I don't even know. They just come to games just like, this was me, just like, twiddling with their fingers and, playing on their phone and looking down and nervous and all this stuff. And they're as quiet as a mouse. I want you to listen to more upbeat music in your car on the way to the game. Sing loud and dance. When I go to a game, I'm listening to Dua Lipa. I'm listening to a upbeat song that is getting me ready for the game. It's getting me hyped up. I yell, come on! I sing loud, alright? So stop listening to so much degenerate rap music. I think this is like so important. Like the music that you listen to actually goes into your mind. So if you're listening to rap music that is about drugs, alcohol, girls, killing yourself sometimes, guns, violence, then what do you actually expect to your confidence to be like? You're listening to these negative like things in life, except girls, but like most rappers are talking about girls that are like prostitutes, all that kind of stuff, like bad side of girls. Like, what do you actually expect your confidence to be like? Do you not understand that? You're listening to all this like music that you can't even hear the lyrics. You can't even sing along to. You know a few words, but you can't really sing along to it. Too many footballers think they're like this hard footballer listening to rap music, coming to games with their headphones on. Don't do that. That is making you more nervous, less confident, and it's filling your mind with so much negativity. And even in the change rooms, I know footballers don't have choice of music. Some guy is on the music, but if you're that guy who's on the music and on the speaker, do not play degenerate rap music for your team. Play something upbeat that your team can vibe to and get hyped for. All right? So important. This is what I've implemented into my life. I listen. The only music that I really listen to is upbeat music. Singing music, dancing music, vibe kind of music, chill music that I can actually just feel uplifted by. Here and now, I listen to a bit of rap music just to change it up. But back in the day, I used to listen to a lot of rap music, as a lot of like young lads do, and it's probably one of the worst things you can do for your mind and your mental health, because the stuff they talk about in those games is like, it's the stuff they talk about in those songs is just not what young people need, especially like drugs, money, alcohol, and stuff like that. Not needed at all. So listen to better music, all right? I listen to Dua Lipa, and you're probably thinking that is gay, but it's not. It's not. It's upbeat, it's loud, it gets me moving, it gets everything, the adrenaline going, all right? Hype yourself up. And when you're on the pitch, be fucking loud, all right? When I find a hack, like the game started, like, the whistle's blown to start the game, and, it's passing around, and, you're shouting for the ball, switch, you're being loud, you're already in the game. So many footballers are like little mouses for like 5, 10, 15 minutes of the game. By then, you're out the game already. 15 minutes in and you haven't even really touched the ball, you haven't really done much, you haven't even said a word. This was me personally. It'd be like, I don't know, 10 minutes. I think my record for like not touching the ball in the first like I think it was 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes being, and I hadn't touched the ball once. Do you know how crazy that is? 10 minutes and I hadn't touched the ball. All right, so when the game starts, you need to be loud. You need to be calling for it. When your teammate does a good thing, such as, I don't know, he does a good pass or he does a good tackle, compliment him. Yes, John, come on. Good job. Let's go, John. Come on, good words like that. Be loud, be present. Don't think about the past, don't think about the future. Be present now. This is now, all right? Call for the ball, trash talk, compliment teammates, and celebrate. When your team scores a goal, you celebrate, all right? You go up, you run, you yell, you fist pump, you do all your actions, you celebrate the goal. This is what I did when we scored the second goal in the weekend. I was like, yes! Like, for probably a minute straight, 30 seconds straight or whatever. I was just like yelling. When we won the game, I did the exact same thing. You let the opponents know that you scored and you won the game. All right? May seem a bit cruel and a bit mean, but trust me, football is about winning. It's not about who's been nice. It's not about who's been the nice the most. The people who get signed and scouted, they are passionate, they celebrate, they hype themselves up, and they're obviously really good footballers. And they're high in confidence. They're not getting signed because they're a nice guy on the pitch. Or they're a nice guy off the pitch. Alright? I just want to make that clear. And when I'm saying all this, like, be arrogant, trash talk, I'm not saying do this off the pitch as well. Like, be your gentleman. Be a gentleman off the pitch. But on the pitch, it's a different story. You're an animal. Alright? You need to realise that. Otherwise, you're never going to do anything in football because you can't express yourself, all right? Jeez, so much value. My mouth is getting a bit dry. All right, last one. Positive self-talk. If you don't believe in yourself, then no one will. You need to realize this. If I said to myself, God, I'm never going to make it. I'm so shit. I don't believe in myself. What's the point? Yeah, what is the point? No one's going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. And what I just said just then is what like pretty much 99% of footballers think. They just think that I'm shit, I'm broke, I'm all this. No one will believe in you. No one will trust you if you just think badly of yourself. Say you're the best no matter the situation. This is what I've been doing for the last 15 years. And whether I'm pro or not, it doesn't matter. I say that I'm the best at what I do. I'm the best at YouTube. I'm the best at content. I'm the best at Instagram, making reels. I'm the best at football. I'm the best at dribbling. Say that you're the best at everything, but you actually have to mean it. And this comes back to self-worth. You need to level up your self-worth. No negative thoughts in your mind. Don't say that you're shit. Don't say that you're broke, because no one actually cares. Remember, no one cares about if you're broke, if you got no money. When you text me on Instagram and I say, okay, this is my community or whatever, or my coaching, it costs money, and you come back to me saying, I'm broke, I can't afford it, crying emoji. That's what people text me. I'm broke, crying emoji. Don't expect any kind of sympathy text back from me. I'm never going to say to you, oh, that's all right, buddy. Stick at it. You're going to be fine. I honestly don't care. And that's what pretty much everyone in this world will say, the exact same thing. No one cares if you're broke. So what does that mean? That you need to get off your ass after this video and start going to do some work and earn some money. And I'm not saying it's about money. I'm just giving that as an example of what people text me. And that's the harsh truth. Too many footballers don't like to hear the truth. They don't like to hear the truth. They don't like to hear what they're doing is wrong. They don't like to hear the real truth. But if you hear the real truth, you will transform as a footballer and as a person in real life. And that's what I've had to learn. My dad has told me, people have told me, you're too shy on the pitch. You're too fearful on the pitch. I've had my family tell me that, and I've had to realize that myself. All right. And I'm telling you now that no one cares. All right. So tell yourself that you're good, work hard, and you'll be rewarded. All right. And get over your mistakes and move on. When you muck up, when you mess up a 1v1, when you miss a shot, like, move on. I missed a 1v1 this week. I was through on goal. It was on my left foot, my good foot, and I shanked it. Holy shit. Oh my God. That was like one of my worst shots ever. I shanked it, and it just like slowly p-rolled to the side. You may have seen it on Instagram already. Like, that was one of my worst shots ever. I was through on goal. I actually thought I was going to score, and I shanked it. I just rushed it completely. What did I do? I moved on. I put my head in my shirt, and I was like, oh my God, fucking hell. I shouted out like, God damn it. Fuck. I did that. But then I moved on, and I had one of my best performances of the season. So remember that no one cares. If you truly believe in yourself, then no one, like, you won't care. A lot of people will come to that 1v1, they miss it, and then it's affected them the whole game. You know? So remember that no one cares. You've got to move on. Don't dwell on your mistakes. Focus on the present, be loud, and just be present, alright? So yes, guys, hope you enjoyed that. That was a long one. Full guide on how to fix confidence as a footballer. Obviously a really big problem and issue so many footballers face. Hopefully it helped you. Let me know in the comments if that did. But if you want more one-on-one coaching from me and you like my work, then I highly suggest you join the Natural Freedom Hub, my private community, where I will just like one-on-one coach you and guide you through life and football. Link in the description, the second link. Sign up to the emails, then sign up to the Natural Freedom Hub. Only a few spots left as well before I put up the price and kind of close the sign-ups for now, because I kind of want to keep it tight-knit. I want to keep a good group of like-minded footballers and people. And as you can see here, we've had loads of good results. Alberto here joined. He said that Harvey helped me score a goal after 4 months. Imagine 4 months of not scoring a goal as a striker. And he comes back into the Natural Freedom Hub and he scores a goal because of the training and the coaching in there. Oscar here, pretty a cool little win here. You know, he played basketball. I know it's not football, but he played basketball. And some dude was talking trash and he got the ball and made a good really layup on them. Imagine just like somebody chatting shit to you in football, like, oh, you're a bad dribbler, you're so bad, you're so shit. And then you just get the ball and then you score a goal. Imagine how cool that'd feel. So that's just being in the flow and being fully confident in yourself, and that's what Oscar has been able to achieve inside the Natural Freedom Hub. And here, Daniel, brilliant, small wins, big changes. He's been applying what I've been teaching in the courses and the community, and he's had a good small run of small wins, such as like scoring a goal, getting an assist, winning more games, and those slowly add up. You know, the more good habits and small habits that you add into your life, the better results you'll get. So he's implemented grounding, his sleep has improved, he's got more energy, and yeah, he's basically proved that all the lessons apply inside the course. So if you want to join, second link in the description, and yeah, it's a really good community full of good courses and one-on-one coaching with myself. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.